Every year, around 800,000 lives are lost to suicide globally, a staggering number that demands urgent attention. In India, the situation is alarming, with over 153,000 suicides reported in 2020 alone. The Mental Health Care Act of 2017 has been a game-changer, decriminalizing attempted suicide and emphasizing compassionate care. Initiatives like the Kiran Mental Health Helpline provide crucial support. Understanding individual risk factors is key to targeted intervention. Let's unite in a multifaceted approach to save lives and combat this pressing issue head-on. Understanding the specific constitutions that may lead to suicidal tendencies is crucial. By pinpointing these individuals, we can swiftly direct our efforts where they are most needed. It's about taking targeted action, not just talking broadly about prevention. Let's focus on identifying those at highest risk and intervening effectively. Time to act where it matters most. Identifying individuals at risk of suicide poses a challenge due to the interplay of various factors. Here are signs indicating potential risk. 1. Expressing suicidal thoughts or feelings. These range from explicit statements like, "I want to die," to subtler indicators such as feelings of hopelessness or entrapment. 2. Withdrawal from social activities. Abrupt cessation of once-enjoyed activities or self-isolation from social circles may signal underlying depression or suicidal thoughts. 3. Behavioral changes. Escalating substance use, reckless conduct, or abrupt mood fluctuations can denote inner distress. 4. Giving away possessions. Some contemplating suicide may distribute belongings as a farewell gesture. 5. Preoccupation with death. Not solely focused on personal demise, but a fixation on death in general can be concerning. 6. Heightened aggression or irritability, indicative of inner turmoil and a plea for support. Unfortunately, amidst discussions of these suicide indicators, a regrettable reality emerges. Certain individuals with the highest propensity for suicide often remain unnoticed. These individuals possess inherent traits or identifiable constitutions that predispose them to elevated suicide risk. Prior to initiating any intervention, it's imperative to pinpoint the appropriate targets. Rather than waiting for suicide attempts to unfold, I advocate for a proactive approach. Beyond the aforementioned manifestations, it's crucial to identify individuals or constitutions exhibiting these signs and provide tailored remedies synonymous with their constitution. This strategy effectively addresses both the symptoms and underlying causes, achieving a dual-purpose solution.
Let's talk about constitutions, not just names, but powerful natural remedies that can tackle serious issues like suicide. Some hide their distress due to societal pressures, financial struggles, or poor health. Understanding one's constitution is key. By raising awareness and identifying those at risk, we can save lives. Let's shed light on these powerful tools created by nature and make a difference.
I am making efforts to identify individuals with predispositions to mental health challenges, and I believe that treating them with constitutional medicines tailored to their specific constitutions can lead to a significant reduction in suicide rates. Common causes of suicide in India: financial problems, encompassing economic instability, poverty, debt, and unemployment, can evoke feelings of hopelessness, necessitating attention to the financial aspect of mental health issues. Individuals with aurum metallicum or gold, arsenic, calcarea phosphoricum, ignatia, lachesis, nux vomica, phosphorus, pulsatilla, rustox, sepia, staphysagria, and sulfur constitutions are often susceptible to depression following financial losses. Relationship issues, social and cultural factors such as marital discord, domestic violence, and strained relationships can significantly impact mental well-being. Suicide stemming from wounded honor may involve constitutional personalities such as staphysagria, gold, causticum, lycopodium, and salt constitutions. Similarly, disappointments in love may affect individuals with salt, ignatia, gold, hyoscyamus, and acid phosphoricum constitutions. Academic and career pressures, characterized by high expectations and resulting stress, can lead to feelings of failure. Individuals with gold, ignatia, lycopodium, nux vomica, pulsatilla, and sulfur constitutions may be more prone to failure-related ailments, particularly in academic performance. Substance abuse, including alcoholism and drug addiction, can exacerbate mental health issues, with certain constitutional personalities more susceptible to each. Alcohol addictions are common in individuals with china, lachesis, nux vomica, acid sulfuricum, and sulfur constitutions, while addictive personalities such as carcinosin, lachesis, nux vomica, opium, and thuja are more prone to drug addictions. Additionally, periodic depression is observed in individuals with arsenic, gold, and conium constitutions. Suicide prevention is crucial for public health, aiming to reduce the number of suicide attempts and deaths. Feeling down after a romantic setback? You might have a natrum muriaticum constitution. Constantly battling with emotional distress from rejection, you're not alone. Clinging to past hurts, building emotional walls, and shying away from new connections is your shield. Forgiveness? Not easy. Opening up? Challenging. Interactions? Terrifying. In the depths of emotional turmoil, I find solace in solitude, grappling with the weight of romantic setbacks. Existing relationships are my anchor, but new connections are approached with caution, shrouded in silent grief. Sympathy feels foreign, as I embrace closed body language, a shield against the world. In moments of despair, tears and melancholic melodies become my companions. I am here to shed light on a unique group within our population, constituting 10 to 15%, who face a higher risk of depression and suicidal thoughts. Watch out for black discoloration around the fingernails, a sign that sets them apart. These individuals tend to internalize negativity, dwell on past disappointments, and cry easily. They seek solitude, have varying salt preferences, and often struggle with constipation and chills in their extremities. If you or someone you know resonates with these traits, it's crucial to address their mental well-being promptly. But remember, healing starts with understanding. Embrace your sensitivity, break down those barriers, and step towards a brighter tomorrow. You're stronger than you think. In the fast-paced world of business, the Aurum personality emerges as a figure of ambition and determination. On the surface, these individuals present a facade of success and confidence, navigating through their careers with seemingly flawless execution. But beneath this polished exterior lies a tumultuous sea of hidden emotions. Despite achieving early success, they are vulnerable to sudden financial downturns, yet they choose to shield their struggles, keeping their despair from even those closest to them. Driven by high standards, Aurum personalities set lofty goals. Yet, the weight of these ambitions often proves too much, leading to frequent setbacks and unmet expectations. With each failure, the burden grows, sowing seeds of acute depression that might stir thoughts of escape through suicide. They ponder silently, contemplating drastic measures without a whisper to their loved ones. Characterized by a mix of oversensitivity and arrogance, their high self-esteem often manifests as quarrelsome behavior and a rushed, unproductive approach to tasks. Their mood darkens, especially in the winter, indicative of seasonal affective disorder, and they gravitate towards dark clothing, mirroring their internal state. Fears of heart disease, inability to cope, and failing to meet their own standards haunt them, painting a complex portrait of a person wrestling with profound internal conflicts. Meet Natrum sulfuricum, a personality marked by a deep sense of duty and a reserved demeanor. These individuals often carry a heavy weight of responsibility, which is masked by their introverted nature. Highly sensitive to criticism, especially children, they tend to steer clear of any situation that might invite scolding from authority figures, reflecting their deep-seated fear of confrontation. Their world is one where senses play a heightened role. Loud noises can feel piercing, and even a gentle touch might seem too much to bear. Interestingly, their emotional sensitivity extends to music as well. Lively tunes, rather than lifting their spirits, often plunge them into deeper melancholy, triggering other symptoms. Natrum sulfuricum personalities can experience intense anger and a crippling fear of confined spaces. They value honor immensely, and any perceived slight against it can lead to profound distress. These moments of emotional turmoil might even stir suicidal thoughts, typically triggered by grief, loss of respect, or traumatic experiences like a head injury. As the clouds gather and the weather turns wet, their spirits dampen further, mirroring the environment. Despite their struggles with bouts of depression and recurring despair, sometimes following a physical trauma, they are held back from drastic actions by their obligations to family. If pushed to the brink, they might contemplate severe methods, but the thought of their family often stays their hand. Staphysagria, a personality often draped in the shadows of suppressed emotions and unvoiced grievances. These individuals embody a soft, shy, and gentle nature, hiding beneath a veneer of calmness profound feelings of guilt and inadequacy. Unlike the Natrum muriaticum type known for their hidden bitterness, Staphysagria types bear no malice towards others, even in the face of injustice and insult. In their world, retaliation feels undignified. Thus, they often find themselves swallowing their anger, leaving conflicts trembling, exhausted, and feeling physically unwell. Recognition of the wrongs they suffer does little to empower them to voice out their distress, leading to an unhealthy suppression of emotions. In moments of overwhelming stress, they may act out uncharacteristically, like throwing objects, though not with violence. Their internal conflict extends into their personal lives where they might engage in multiple relationships, leaving them entangled in a web of guilt. This hypersexual behavior coexists with a shyness that hinders their ability to form meaningful connections, often spiraling into cycles of depression and excessive guilt-driven behaviors. At their lowest, haunted by despair or unfulfilled love, they may contemplate suicide, yet a fear of death holds them back, leaving them trapped in their emotional labyrinth. Introducing the Nux vomica personality type, often recognized by their irritable and quarrelsome demeanor, manifesting a visible aura of anger and a tendency to find fault. These individuals are not just sensitive, they are hyperreactive to every sensory input, embodying a deep-seated feeling of internal coldness that reflects their intense, zealous nature. Typically exhibiting a sallow complexion accented by dark circles under their eyes, the Nux vomica type epitomizes the driven workaholic, always pushing the limits of mental and physical endurance. Their competitive spirit drives them not only in their careers, but in every aspect of life, often veering towards malicious or deceptive behaviors as a result of deep-seated mental strife. Physically, they battle with symptoms like indigestion and constipation, symptomatic of their constant, yet often futile, strive for relief. Their oversensitivity extends to unbearable reactions to light, noise, odors, and even the slightest touch, indicating a profound disconnection between their mental exertions and physical well-being. Mentally, while they occasionally voice suicidal thoughts, especially when overwhelmed by pain, there exists a paradoxical fear of death that holds them back. This duality showcases their complex psychological landscape, where the thought of suicide is discussed more than it is intended. Individuals with an arsenic album constitution exhibit traits of control freaks. They believe it is imperative to maintain strict control over various aspects of their lives, their energy, finances, and family dynamics. They cannot rest until everything is meticulously arranged to their satisfaction, and they are fastidious about cleaning, which may be labeled as OCD. However, this relentless need for control often leads to heightened anxiety and a sense of loss. In extreme cases, they may even contemplate suicide, especially after experiencing a fright. Paradoxically, despite this fear of death, they frequently harbor thoughts of ending their own lives. This inclination towards suicide can manifest as an obsession, particularly during the nighttime hours, often culminating in actual attempts. The darkness of night exacerbates their internal struggles, emphasizing the profound fear and desperation that drive their actions. These thoughts may lead to suicide attempts using various methods such as poisoning, hanging, or more drastic measures. Understanding their constitution is crucial for early intervention with constitutional remedies, which can help prevent these extreme outcomes and improve overall mental health. Stay tuned to uncover the mystery of how specific symptoms serve as clear indicators of remedies directly tailored to address them. No medical field can dissect and pinpoint an exact matching remedy like spiritual medicine, which harmonizes with nature's intrinsic healing intentions. If nature intended to heal through another avenue, it would have steered us accordingly. Consider the following illustrations. Pain in testicles on touching and moving them, and spermatic cords after unrequited sexual excitement, heightened anxiety upon closing eyes, prolonged sleeplessness post-midnight, with fear that he will never open eyes if he sleeps, or toothache aggravated to highest degree by contact of food, all symptoms cured by and characteristic of magnesia muriaticum or magnesium chloride. Expulsion of the wind from the vagina, heaviness of legs after stool, ring finger encircled by a band suggest lycopodium. Headaches occurring post-perspiration, itching following bathing, or perspiration coinciding with menstruation unmistakably signal the need for sulfur. Sensations akin to cold water down the back, pains shifting to side lane on, and tension peaking before abruptly dissipating distinctly call for pulsatilla. Burning vaginal pain post-urination, the inability to urinate in company suggests salt. Intense pain with strangury, relieved solely by urination, kneeling and pressing the head against the floor, pointing towards Pereira Brava. These are just a few examples I present. Stay tuned for more remarkable instances where symptoms unequivocally lead us to their corresponding remedies, a phenomenon unmatched by any other medical system.